Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is number 282 for the week of November 3rd, 2019. I am Nemesis, and I'm joined by Alca7raz here.
Hey.
Yes, it's only been a week because,
Stuff
they messed with our schedule, not us. It's not our fault, it's theirs.
It's Hasbro's fault.
Yeah, it's Hasbro's fault. Like many things wrong. So we did say last week we weren't sure how to handle this. We decided to go ahead and briefly go back to weekly before going back to bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's a one-off weekly stuff. Before
we're going to be weekly for 3 weeks and go back to bi-weekly for the rest for a while after that. So, yeah, that's how things are. Couple things happened last week. You know, the Blizzard thing again. BlizzCon has happened, and oh boy,
they still haven't learned.
Yeah, we're sorry. We're not going to do anything about it, but we're sorry.
It's not a real apology if you don't try and fix your mistakes.
But we're coming out with new games. You should look at those. But yeah,
yep. Of course,
don't ignore the whole Hong Kong thing. Just don't think about that. Just play our games. Just look at them. Look at the trailers.
Yeah, it's Diablo and Overwatch 2. That will definitely appease the gamers.
Yeah, because I've seen some people, well, I did tweet about it, and some people did come back at me and say, well, but people are dragging Blizzard. Yeah, but I am seeing people on Twitter just going all, oh, wow, Diablo, ah!
Yep.
Just forgetting about everything with Hong Kong and stuff. So I am seeing that, and people are deciding to go ahead and put the want of playing a game over,
people's basic human rights.
Yeah. So, yay. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're here to talk about pony stuff, believe it or not, even if Friendship is Magic is over. Yeah. We're going to have a bit of news, the comic, Equestria Girls, and some fan content finally.
Yeah.
Significant amount finally. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and start with the news. If you want to follow along, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show-notes. It's spelled LIBSYN if you want to check those out and get more details over all this stuff. So we'll go ahead and start with convention. Brony Scott has announced their music lineup for Rock Nessie.
Yep.
Let's see, the musicians they have lined up are, they got Sketchy Sounds, Crusader, Cultastrophe, Bass Pone 3, and Lavender Harmony.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I heard Lavender was going to be out there.
Yep. All out in Glasgow, Scotland. Actually,
Glasgow.
Next weekend.
Yep. Definitely.
Or this coming weekend, I should say.
Yeah. Lavender sets are always a good time.
So there, if you're going to Brony Scott, that's the thing to check out. And fandom news and whatnot, I guess. Ponyville Cider Fest has, and this is kind of fandom and convention, but yeah. It kind of could go either one. Ponyville Cider Fest has released their 2019 convention album, which unfortunately includes songs from Everfree Brony, or has him on them in some way. Capacity.
Yeah, one song from him and 2 that haven't featured.
Yeah, it's
Ciderfest is actually happening as we speak.
Yeah, and so it's kind of frustrating that once again the fandom is just letting him get it's fine. Don't worry about it. One apology that doesn't actually mean anything. One meaningless apology that actually doesn't apologize for anything, and so everything's fine. Go figure. Anyway, Noise Horse has released music for the Headless Horse 3.
Yes, Noise Horse. It's a experimental album, so take a listen to it and decide for yourself whether you like it. It's not for everyone.
Also, I guess the best word of warning: the cover art is gory. So just FYI. And other thing, Pinkamena Party has released Gabba Kadabra for ponies.
Another somewhat experimental album.
Yes.
Sometimes they can be a bit memey and edgy.
Yeah, these two are very much Nightmare Nights / Halloween themed.
Yes.
They just released literally days before Halloween, so there you go.
So that's what they're themed around. Spookiness.
Yeah, of sorts.
Of sorts, yes.
Merchandise news. McDonald's is celebrating 40 years of Happy Meals with releases of old toys, including old MLP toy from the 80s.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Some of them I actually recognize. I'm like, I got those. They had the little red NASCAR McDonald's car, the Hot Wheel that they released a while back. I had one. Actually, I had 1 billion of those because they just kept giving them to us. There was which one were those there that I saw that was wow, nostalgia.
Now the question is, are they new old?
No.
Or is it like new old stock?
No, it's
like
it's new it's new versions of the old one. They got Space Jam, Bugs Bunny Space Jam, where they got the Beanie Baby, the platypus Beanie Baby, the Power Ranger, Hello Kitty, Tamagotchi, transforming Happy Meal stuff. I think it's supposed to be a tater tot. Furby, Grimace, Mickey, Magician Mickey.
From like
a dog
Fantasia?
in a car. I think that's. Fantasia, and I think that's 101 Dalmatians. Oh. And of course the Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar, of course.
Yeah. So yeah, a bunch of stuff, including that pony.
Including the pony.
There you go. The UK release of Rainbow Road Trip DVD has a cover now.
Yay!
Yeah. So I'm not sure about a US release. I haven't seen anything yet, but yeah, there's a cover, which is fine, I guess.
It's a cover.
It's a cover, all right.
Sure is a cover.
Okay, and the weird thing that popped up just today, new possible G5 toys are coming.
Yeah.
Soon-ish. They're very new designs.
Very new designs in
they're official
line.
Too.
Yes.
They're right now. I'm seeing. Yeah, that's a new design for Fluttershy, Pinky, and Rarity.
Yep. So those are the ones that have shown up so far.
Yeah, different style head. They got the little fetlock detailing on the hooves.
Yeah, they have fetlocks.
Rarity's got white hair in hers. She's got purple and white, which kind of lines up with some of the G5 stuff. Some of this lines up, some of it does not. It's then again, remember, those G5 designs we saw were not final. They were exploring, so it's possible this is whatever. It's possible this is G5. There's no Friendship is Magic logo anywhere on the packaging either. And it's a new My Little Pony design.
It's... Yeah, the characters are different. The logo's not different. The color is...
Well, that's what
they change the colors all the time.
They also dropped the Friendship is Magic.
They dropped the Friendship is Magic, but everything else is still the same. Also, keep in mind, the toys don't always line up with the show.
Yeah.
It took a while for the toys
but
really
then again, they
G4,
also might be from here on out going forward with making them more in line with show because of what happened with G4.
There's no real official statement that this is G5, at least not as time of recording, but these are definitely very different and very new.
Mm-hmm. These are
a lot of people really don't like them, but I don't think they're all that bad.
They look fine to me. It's a very different style, and this is one of the things you guys are going to have to get used to. G5 is going to look very different from G4.
Yeah, if it didn't look different, it wouldn't be a new generation.
Yep.
Which I know that's what a lot of people want anyway.
The MLP merch blog has pointed out the design. These might become the new designs because the logo is the new one they're using for the G5, the new movie. It's the same design and whatnot. So it's possible this is the new version. Although, as people pointed out, remember they're exploring making Pinky a Pegasus and stuff in the new thing.
Right.
And she's a Earth pony
and Fluttershy.
But they might all bailed out on that because we all complained about it.
Because everyone got upset.
We all complained, so they went, okay, don't do that. And if I recall, Pinky as a Pegasus was also internally not very popular, so there you go.
I don't know. The original idea anyway and got dropped.
Yeah. But anyway, which way, new toys, who knows if they're G5 or not, but there's definitely, it's different.
They're definitely different.
So who knows how things are going to go from here. Just, we'll keep an eye out and go, everyone will find out. We'll all collectively find out together. And the last bit of news, another gallery of art from My Little Pony. The movie has popped up. This one from Walter Martisius. Yeah, Martisius.
Yep, or something like that. Bunch of concept art.
New
Looks really good.
Yeah, a lot of this is more of the, I believe, the CG and whatnot too in there.
Some of it looks CG, and some of it I'm not entirely certain if it's CG or not.
Yeah, a lot of this is definitely CG.
But definitely interesting.
That's the news.
The news.
So go ahead and move along to the new comic, Feats of Friendship #2 is out. It just came out this week. It's still written by Ian Flynn with art by Tony Fleeks and colors by Heather Breckel again, in which the actual competition is starting. And hey, look, all of what is it, Swiftfoot? Yeah, all of her meddling has started to come to fruition because the Student 6 are a little upset with each other. And we get a little bit of backstory on her as well, a little tiny bit.
Yeah,
although I suspect it's a little wrong. I was going to suspect it's a little off.
Possibly.
It's one of those things where it's just leaving some inconvenient details out.
Yes. How sometimes historical stories can change over time.
Anyway, lots of stuff going bad during the Feats of Friendship stuff, and tensions run high. That's the comic. I believe this is the second of 3 parts. I think the third part's the last one. It's, again, I can't remember what I said about the last one. That one came out a while ago. For some reason, there's a lot of spacing on this one. It's fine, I guess.
It's fine. It's hard to really say.
We're starting to see the tensions. We're starting to see, I guess, why. Yeah, we're really seeing why she's so mad about this whole friendship game, because they always hate the friendship and whatnot. So who knows?
Yeah.
I'm calling into question that backstory. I suspect there are definitely details missing based off what I'm seeing, because it is also kind of fundamentally altering the origin of Equestria.
Yeah, there's that little bit. I'm not entirely certain how that'll go.
We shall see.
Yes.
Whenever the third one comes out, I don't know if it's going to be another delay or what, but we shall see. That's the comic. It's fine. So far, I guess we'll find out at the end whether or not the miniseries is worth paying or not.
Yeah. Maybe just find that on a collection, all 3 at once.
Trade paperback?
Yeah, the trade paperback.
We'll see. Eventually. But so that's it for the comic. Not a whole lot to say right there, really, without explaining stuff, I guess.
Yep.
But we'll go ahead and move on to the main thing, the end of Equestria Girls. Yeah, that's come here too. The final bit of animated G4 media,
excluding the weird, potentially shorts.
That's those weird clip shows. But Equestria Girls Holiday Unwrapped. All right, so the Holiday Unwrapped thing consists of 6 short stories, all kind of bundled together. They were apparently not intended to be special like this, but Hasbro decided to do so anyway, so that's why it is the way it is. The only thing they have in common is really kind of a common winter holiday theming to them. So the first one is they're trying to get out of a test by faking a snow day. The second one is Pinky and Sunset are trying to deliver a souffle to Rarity in the midst of a snowball fight. And then you got the one with Twilight trying to help Applejack outsmart the Flim Flam brothers during a cider party. Then it's the one where they're trying to get back into the school because Sunset left her key in the locker. Then Dash desperately trying to find a Fluttershy present in the last second. And then they're all trying to all of them dressing up for a holiday photo for Applejack. Those are the 6 of them. That's basic summaries.
Yep.
Because it's not a whole lot to say summarize because they're all about 7 minutes long. So, shock. So they're longer than the usual shorts, so they're not as threadbare and hard to talk about.
Yeah,
in a sense. Because
something I do like.
Yeah. So overall it was pretty entertaining. As a package, I would say. And I think the only thing for me is the unfortunate thing is this is wound up being more or less the finale for Equestria Girls, and it doesn't really feel like it should be one because it was never intended to be one. It was never intended,
yeah.
So it just kind of feels like Equestria Girls kind of goes out with a whimper, not a bang, because Hasbro decided to bail out and very suddenly, as we found out from Nick Confalone, who tweeted out, we were writing stuff and they told us we were done. It's like, okay, it's over. So a lot of stuff was never really properly resolved like they wanted to do because Hasbro decided to bail. So on that note, as a finale, it doesn't really work as one. I mean, there's a bit at the end of the final skit or short, I guess, that it kind of has a bit of a closing out feeling, but it's really kind of,
Yeah, it doesn't do it justice for what it ended up being, for being an ending for all of Equestria Girls. It really doesn't do it enough justice.
Mm-hmm. And it kind of reminds me of another thing that I really liked that got cut off a little early and ended on a holiday special. Invader Zim. That came back after a long time away, but still, it's like it got cut off early and ended on a holiday special. And that's what we're having here. It's cut off way early and got ended on a holiday special, unfortunately. And so on that note, it's kind of unfortunate and kind of that's always hanging in the back of my mind. So it's like, oh, this is all we get for the Equestria Girls finale. Is a series of shorts.
Series of shorts.
As a series of shorts, it's actually mostly pretty entertaining. Some of which are better than others, although I feel none of them have names, though. At least they probably do have names, but they're not here in the shorts.
Maybe internally, or maybe they had title.
Again, they probably did have titles because they were meant to be released
or like
individually.
Title screens.
Yeah, they probably had titles because they were supposed to. But obviously that changed, so now it's just Holiday Unwrapped.
Yep.
My favorite would have to absolutely be the Snowball Fight one.
Absolutely.
That is the best one.
Unquestionably the best one.
I do also really like the Dash Flutter, trying to get Fluttershy present one, if only because boy, is it hilarious watching her have to interact with Zephyr. I find that just personally hilarious watching Dash.
It's well made. I
die internally as she talks to Zephyr.
Yeah, it was very well done. But yeah,
especially with one joke in particular in that one. Oh man, I loved it so much.
The fidget spinners,
the milady, everything about that was just. Oh man, they just went in on that one, didn't they? He says, "Follow this way, milady," and then there's a display of fidget spinners, and at the top of the display is a pony with a fedora and a rose in his mouth, holding fidget spinners. Like, oh my god,
with the same post that Zephyr is doing
it's
at
like,
the time.
Oh my god, they're actually just straight up calling a chunk of the fandom right now. They're just calling them out right there,
milady.
Like, yes, you are this annoying.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I love
it. That part is absolutely amazing.
That is like one of the best jokes. And then of course Dash's face right afterwards is also a great face. Just this face that just says she is 200% done.
Yep.
Yeah, but the Snowball Fight one is I actually want to save that one just because that's
save
one,
the best
so I want to save that one. But the initial one was just it's kind of weird because like they're trying to get out of a test by faking a snow day, and it's just kind of weird because like we are seeing them engage in I guess not goody behavior.
Yeah,
they're willing to do
bend
this.
The rules in order to benefit.
They're not technically doing anything wrong per se.
It's not illegal.
Oh well, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. They're watching them all willing to go along with this idea of trying to fake a snow day, get out of a test that they're all freaked out about. And yeah, it's just kind of a weird thing to see that, and after much goading from Dash.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting thing to see them engage in that. They're not being necessarily good people at that point. They're being teenagers.
Yep.
Then with teenagers' superpowers that they're going to use. A little bit.
They didn't use as much as I was expecting.
Twilight was using
her
magic, and Applejack used her strength, and Pinkie used her confetti, and Fluttershy talked to animals and whatnot.
Yeah, but it wasn't like to the same level as I was expecting.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's still, they were willing to do that. Of course, they got caught because,
Cranky
was looking at them and just didn't stop them. He just let them dig their own grave. He just let it happen until Celestia's, maybe I should cancel school today. Don't bother. I saw them. Those girls are getting an attention.
Yep. Well.
And then she goes outside, and they're just like, well. that's that. Yeah. So that's interesting. It's like, yeah, that's they're not goodies all the time. They are normal.
They're teenagers acting like normal teenagers.
And although it's kind of interesting because that's I think. A lot of the shows I grew up with didn't allow the characters to do stuff like that because that's a bad example for kids. Like Power Rangers.
Yep.
Power Rangers, they can never ever do things bad. They always are super good, nice, altruistic teenagers all the time.
Yep.
And if they ever do anything bad, it's because they're under an evil spell.
Yep.
But here, no, teenager. Then there's the craziness with the Flim Flam and Twilight and all that stuff where it's like Flim Flam brothers are always outsmarting the Apple family.
Yep. So they enlist the help of Twilight.
Yeah. Who's like, I got a plan.
And she did.
And then of course she knew that they would figure that plan, so she had a counter plan. Also, they would figure out that counter plan. She did a third counter plan and won in the end because, Twilight, no one, even though the Flim Flam brothers all like, no one else follows the Flim Flam brothers. Well, Twilight just did.
Yep.
Because she's Twilight Mother effing Sparkle. And I just like that. Just the whole thing where it's just at the end with the big reveal, and even with the anime class, where it look like they're defeated because oh no, they figured out her, her little plan, and it's just just full reflection off the glasses, glowing somehow because anime.
Because anime. Yes.
I love that. I love that bit.
Cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, it's like that is kind of weird. It's like the thing is, when I first watched I didn't even notice they weren't moving. It didn't occur to me. There was this background, whatever. I didn't even notice those characters weren't doing anything. I wasn't paying attention to them.
Yeah, I picked up that they were cardboard pretty quickly. It's like, oh, those look kind of flat, flatter than normal.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at the background stuff because
yeah, I noticed them.
Pretty fun one. There was the next one. Oh yeah, the keys.
Yes, the keys, the heists.
Yeah, it was all just hypothetical scenarios. Because okay, I got the storage locker. I got the gifts for the kids in there, and okay, where's the key? You got it? No, I gave it to her.
I gave it her. Well, I give it to her. Well, I give it to her.
Oh yeah, I have. It's in my locker. And then they get to the school. Yep, school's closed up because winter break, and like, well, how are we going to get in them? All these elaborate things to break in. Sunsets being really elaborate.
Yes.
With spy goggles and distracting the janitor and disabling motion tracker through hacking and all this stuff. And Pinky, plans with baking and lasso and licorice lassos. And Applejack just wants to use her powers.
Apple just wants to pick up the whole school.
It's just as she says, we got powers. I'm sick of not using our powers. I want to use our powers.
Yep.
Which understandable because it kind of was us as a fan base. Like, why aren't they ever doing anything with their powers?
Yep.
And then she just is talking about how she's basically just gonna lift the whole school, which I don't know how that helps anyone. But
just pick the school up and shake it like.
It's like one of those. I don't know how that helps in the slightest, but and I just sitting there poking holes in all of their all those kais, and with Apple, she goes no.
No. I like one of the things that she does. Oh, I think that was. Did she use that against Pinky or Sunsets? The whole it was against Sunsets, crawling in the vents is dangerous, and what if what if young kids see us doing it and trying to do it themselves?
It's like that's a little jab at S&P.
Yep. It's like I get it.
That sounds like that's something that was actually rejected, and they decided, okay, fine, we're just gonna call out the absurdity of that.
Yep. Yep, that was great.
Yeah, and so also this is breaking and entering.
Yes, this is breaking and entering. So Twilight Solutions, just call Celestia and let him in.
Princess or Principal Celestia and be like,
"Hey, we left the keys in the locker. Can we come and get them?" Sure.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'll open the door for you.
And of course, at the end, they're giving out the keys, and then, okay, who wants to cash in a bunch of gift cards? I left him at the school. Boy, I got a plan. Because of course.
And the sunglasses.
Any questions? Yeah, that was pretty fun, and they used a lot of the split screen effect for because that's what often you see in these kind of those kind of movies and whatnot. So it was a pretty nice little thing they did.
I liked it.
A bit of parody of heist movies. So it's like Equestria Girls got to do their heist thing, sort of.
Yep,
sort of
their own Ocean's 11, sort of. Not really.
Yeah, and then the gift again. The gift one though, just. That was the best part. I figured it was one of the best gags in the whole thing. But still, the other stuff was just, Dash. A weird thing about Dash in this. Just once she forgot.
She really doesn't check her phone all that often.
Nope. Everyone else carpooled and she drove by herself. And why didn't you just run?
That's because running on ice is a bad idea.
She found out the hard way.
That is a bad idea.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping for a little flashback to her realizing why it was a bad idea.
No.
But, and then just, of course, I'm pretty sure everyone else knew when Dash ran off that she forgot, didn't she?
Well, as soon as she ran off, you could see Sunset's face, just like, yep, I know.
Yep. So then, of course, where am I supposed to find a gift for Fluttershy in the next 5 minutes? Oh yeah, I'm in the mall. This is where presents are born.
Yep. That's wonderful. The whole short was amazing. It really was. Like, even with
lots of weird little lines.
Even with Zephyr. But
yeah.
Why is there so many lines?
Why are there so many people in this shopping in the holiday season?
Yeah. Why would people do that? That's so unrealistic.
It's dumb.
No one does that, right?
And then, of course, Zephyr. Is it clear Zephyr's trying to get stuff that Dash would like, but not really thinking about Fluttershy?
Yep.
Because, of course, he's all focused on Dash.
Yep.
Yeah, and then here's the camera. Yeah, she wanted a camera. And then for a second, it sounded like Zephyr did something very scummy. Because of, Zephyr got me one last year. It sounded like that initially, but it turns out, no, she really wanted 2 cameras.
Yep, she really wanted 2 cameras so she can take different kinds of photos. All right.
Yeah, and there's also a bit of a Lyra Bond.
There was.
Did you know the pony ones are married now?
Yeah, the pony ones are married now.
Yeah, there's a bit there.
There was a couple little things. I can't remember the other the names of the 2 guys.
Yeah, but they've been there since like the first movie.
Yeah.
They've been kind of popping up in the background, holding hands and whatnot, and being very close to each other.
They're totally a thing.
Very good friends.
Very. Yes.
No, they're clearly a couple, and we all know it.
Yeah.
And they know they intentionally started playing it up farther because we all picked up on it in the first movie, and they just kept pushing it harder and harder. And
even the creators say it.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, like you see them on Twitter. Like, yeah, they say it's their favorite.
And there's stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the photo one was that was weird. There's a lot of
big misunderstanding.
Yeah, because Applejack wants to kick a holiday photo because everyone there is apparently exchanging cards because that's what teenagers do. All right.
Right. Yeah.
Although there's apparently Bulk and Derpy are a thing.
That's a thing.
They're a thing.
I mean, it's again, that's one of those that's kind of subtly been there a little bit here and there. They'll always seem hanging out together.
Yeah, but that's just Applejack's talking about the family tradition. Want to do
we take photos.
We take the photos like we were doing all these things, including the one year there were ghosts.
Yep.
There's no one in this picture. Twilight, because you can't see ghosts.
Can't see them.
Yeah, and so she's like, I wanted to take a picture of, with cornucopia theme and all that stuff, and like, well,
Rarity has to make outfits for everyone to dress them up as... because she can't pronounce cornucopia.
No, she does. It's not pronounced. She doesn't remember what it is. She doesn't care enough to remember what cornucopia.
I think she didn't know what it was, and then she was shown, and then like the fact that she was so horrified with it, she just can't think about it.
What's a cornucopia?
And she faints.
Yeah. Like, take me to the trauma department. Rarity's great in that one.
Rarity's great in that one.
Yeah, so it's just her, and then Dash, of course, just keeps reminding her it's cornucopia.
It's cornucopia.
Cornucopia. And Rarity getting increasingly irate at this. Well, yeah, and then the ridiculous outfits, and of course, everyone sees and laughs at them.
Yeah, because they're so ridiculous.
I've come here to laugh at you.
Pinky doesn't seem to mind, and neither does Fluttershy.
Yeah. She just had that smirk, just...
I'm a bunch of grapes.
Yeah, and of course it was all Applejack didn't want him to dress up because that was something Granny always made them do.
Yep.
Just want to take a photo in front of the cornucopia stuff. And they're not going to just do that after they went through all this. No, we're all wearing the outfits.
Including you, Applejack.
Here's your apple outfit, because...
Yep.
But I don't want to wear an apple. If you don't wear this, I will force you to wear a pear one.
No,
not that.
Not the pears. I love the constant corn puns that Pinky was giving. Those are great.
It's all I got to work with.
It's all I've got.
Of course, as I said, the best one was the snowball fight, and it's because it starts off with Pinky's cooking a souffle for Rarity because apparently she does that every holiday for reasons. She claims because he wants to make an elegant dessert for her elegant friend or something like that.
Something like that.
Or fancy. It was a fancy whatever. But anyway, she's making that, and she times it by listing off all the names of her friends in alphabetical order. quoting one who's not really a friend, just kind of
that extra half second.
Yeah. And Sunset's with her because of some reason. Just, I guess. Just hanging out because that's what friends do. Surprise. Yeah, and then but she's talking about how it's tragic. She can never get the souffle to rarity in time because it always deflates before, because, it's a souffle. It's going to deflate before she gets, and this time she's determined. She has 7 minutes. And the one line I really like there was just, when Sunset's like, how many friends' names is that? I don't know, who cares? Give me that timer, woman!
That one was great. Give me that timer.
But then, and of course, then they kind of wrap Sunset up in the layers and layers of clothing for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Pinky just kind of got weirdly, I don't know, let's try to sneak in a Christmas Story reference maybe.
Maybe?
I can't put my arms down. Yeah. But then the snowball fight, which turned into more or less a war movie.
Yeah, it started playing up all the war movie.
It was amazing,
tropes.
like watching
incredible.
that. Like, just imagine instead of snow, like imagine there's guns and blood and stuff there, and then you can
it plays up all the visuals that you see in the
Pinky sitting there, we've been holed up with no reinforcements.
It was Fluttershy.
Yeah, it was Fluttershy
and Trixie.
Fluttershy and Trixie. It's like Trixie's
so cold.
Yeah, just like a lot. There's that whole thing.
Blood loss. So cold.
Don't hang in there, Trixie.
Hang in there.
Or Twilight face down, just crawling through the snow.
Yep.
Or
Winona jumping out and taking a
with Apple Blue going, no! And then Winona just happy dog. Doesn't know what's going on, just happy. Because people.
Or there was
snails with the boot.
Snails with the boot.
And then he's like, got it. Dun, 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 dun. All sorts of just crazy. Lyra and Bon just kind of near the tree, just all the stuff,
it was amazing, absolutely incredible. All the visuals,
and then Applejack consulting Sunset's games.
Oh no!
And Sunset, just destroyed Applejack right there and then. And of course in the elevator, Sunset gets hit, and you see the whole thing where she's lying, and then Pinky goes back and rolls her over, and there's the snow covering half her face. Because it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Or enlisting Flash. And he becomes more or less the meat shield.
Basically, yeah.
She's like, look, I don't like Flash. It's kind of like it almost looks like she's taking advantage of the fact she kind of knows Flash is kind of re-interested in her, and she's kind of using it temporarily. Because it's pretty clear from this she does not return any interest whatsoever. She is done with that. And he just falls over. She doesn't. She's like, oh, okay. Oh, well, I guess that's that.
That's that.
He's just so desperate. You see that he's just so desperate.
Is desperate.
It's like, man, I almost feel bad for him. Almost.
Almost.
But that was great. And then of course Rarity's just there. Oh, is that this your souffle? Because Pinky saw she failed.
Yep.
The timer ran out. And then dash at the end. Trying to surprise sneak attack, and then Rarity just shield up, that's
She's
it.
She's the only one who used her powers.
Yeah.
In that whole short.
Applejack, massive snowball. That's strength.
Yeah, okay.
For
so
sure.
Applejack probably did that.
I think Twilight used a bit of magic at one point.
Yeah,
she might have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can't remember for sure. It might have been a different one. No, I remember the other sort she was using magic.
Yeah, she used her magic in the first short.
I don't know. She might have. I'm not sure. But anyway.
I can't remember.
There was that, and Dash just like, I was hiding for 2 days.
Holy crap!
Can you feel anything right now? Can you? I did bulk. Because then Sunset, all right, who hit that with that cheap shot?
I'm a conscientious objector.
Boom, 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 boom. Yep. And one brief cameo by Maud, who's just like, looks more annoyed than usual.
Yep. Just he gets hit and doesn't even flinch and just closes the door.
Yeah, that was the best one.
That was really the
absolute best one. It's almost like I want to go back and just rewatch that one part.
Just the war scene.
Yeah, it's like, and you even had the dramatic slowdowns and the sad music playing and everything. He's half expecting Adagio for strings to kick in.
Yeah.
But that would cost money probably. Well, they could do their own rendition because
the actual music. That was Mozart, wasn't it?
No,
wait, it was
Samuel Barber, I think.
Oh yeah, Requiem for Strings is not.
Requiem is
because I think actual Requiem, which is in public domain. Yeah. But yeah, Requiem for Strings.
Adagio for Strings.
Adagio for Strings. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Adagio.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's old enough to be public domain. And so if they don't do that on the rendition, then but
yeah. But that takes
everyone
effort.
knows. But that might be part of the problem. Is like it'd be too close to the real thing and to the platoon thing, and
possibly
then you're in legal trouble.
Yeah.
Even though it's clearly parody because it's a snowball fight, but
it isn't actually a parody. Because remember, parody law is weird.
I know that's the thing. Because I remember they said there's a lot of stuff they can't do that the pony guys were able to do because these characters are human.
Yeah,
and because of that, it messes with their ability to say, but just parody though.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the greatest short of them all.
It really was.
I probably have all the shorts, except for maybe the multi-parters. Those ones. That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different ballgame.
But I have all the actual shorts. I think that Snowball Fight one's probably the best one we had.
It was absolutely amazing. It really was.
Yeah, but I think it's worth watching just for that. But all of them are actually pretty great and have a lot of fun stuff through them. It's just that one just kind of overshadows all of them just because of what it is.
Yeah,
but it's still just like this is the end of Equestria Girls. Unless they do a comic thing, that'd be great if they did that. That's one thing I'd like, because they've been told they're writing more, like 2 more specials. I believe they could, maybe get those to us in some way, even through comic form, or even just telling us the basic idea behind them. So maybe someone else could finish it out. So anyway, that's it for Equestria Girls.
Yep, that's it. That's the end of Equestria Girls,
which means another piece of G4 is done.
Yep. Final piece falling into place.
And all that's left is comics now.
Yep. That's it.
And toys, I guess.
And the weird shorts that we keep mentioning that are just weird. And
the clip episodes.
The clip episodes, yeah.
Apparently they're supposed to be like 20-something minutes long. Those are not shorts.
Yeah.
Although the grand majority of it is clips with new, I think my understanding is clips with new voiceover.
Yeah.
Which is not really new as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
So that's it for that. It was fun, but kind of has that thing hanging over it of just this
could have been better.
This should not have been the finale. This should not have been the finale. We should have gone a proper finale, but that's not really its fault. No, it's Hasbro's fault.
It's Hasbro's fault, not Equestria Girls.
So that's it. We'll go ahead and move on to fan content, starts off with music. And remember, if you want to see the links for all the music and stuff coming up, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes.
Yep.
For those links.
Links for the songs will be in there. I finally get to do songs again. Finally. I've been holding on to quite the backlog of stuff that I haven't been able to feature that I wanted to.
That's not good for you.
You hush. You hush. But yes, there's a whole bunch of songs that I've wanted to feature for almost a month now. So I'm finally going to start getting through some of these. And for this week, we will start it off. All of these are going to be kind of a end of pony related. But to start off, Vylet Pony's My Letter to the Princess.
You made a kingdom that will last till the end of time, to tell you that you raised me high in my letter to you.
This is a very emotional farewell song. Farewell to the show. It's very, very good. It's Vylet, so amazing all around. The instrumentals is hard to describe it, but I want to say deep instrumentals, especially that bass drone that goes on. I really like it. But the vocal work, Vylet, she does an amazing job on vocals. One really cool thing is at the end, there's this choir section. That's actually a whole bunch of fandom, of the fandom, because Vylet put a casting call, so a whole bunch of people recorded that line and then it was all put together for this. So a ton of people are part of that, and it worked really well.
Yeah, it's a pretty good song. There's I like the shoreline opening of it. It's kind of that. Yeah, once again, great vocals because it's Vylet Pony, so of course. Yeah. The music has a very soft, mystical feeling to it. So there's that whole thing going on, I guess, tonally.
That's a better description than deep. Thank you.
It's deep.
It's deep.
It's not that deep, bro.
It's not that deep. But except it kind of is.
Yeah, soft and mystical.
Yeah. But yeah, you listen to lyrics and it's, Dear Princess Celestia.
No.
And it's, thank you. And yeah, it's good. The next one is Faulty's remix, The Magic of Friendship Grows.
Our friendships weave together stronger. The bonds grow deeper, lasting longer. And the greatest vow there is, the magic of friendship gives. And the greatest vow there is how the magic of friendship grows.
Yeah. Faulty remixed the finale song, and Faulty put his signature style on it, and it is absolutely wonderful. I love Faulty's style, the prog house style, and it's so much energy and so much bounce into it, and it's such a good remix.
Yeah, it changes up the feeling of the song quite a bit.
It makes it very happy.
Yeah,
it takes a little bit of the sadness out of it because of the energy.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh, it's better than fine. It's a great remix. And the last one, it's probably the oldest for this week. This is actually a Ponies at Dawn song that came off on Eternal that I wasn't able to talk about. This is NeverLastStanding's To Home. Again, so much energy to this one. It NeverLastStanding has that bounce to it. It's not quite as heavy of a bounce as, say, Faulty's one from last, but there's a lot of nostalgia going on in this one as well. You hear clips from all throughout the show through there. I absolutely love the introduction in it, the main riff, and the vocal chopping. The vocal chopping is really interesting in that it's actually making lyrics. It's not just vocals to be instrumentals. It's chopping to make actual lyrics. Sometimes it can be hard to understand them because it is vocal chopping, but it's listed in the YouTube link, the actual lyrics, and you go and read those, and they're really good. They are really good. Also, the main riff, for some reason, it reminds me of like an anime opening.
Huh.
Just the style and that synth.
Guess what? I wrote that down in my note, you butt.
Oh, well, we got the same idea off of it then. That opening riff synth.
Not just opening with like a good 3/4 of the song feels like an anime OP.
Yep. And it's really good though.
Yeah. Like implying that anime OPs are bad.
Well, no. But I'm saying it's not a bad thing that it sounds like one.
Yeah, but yeah, it's got a frantic feeling to it as well. So it's very frantic to pace and tone, instrumentation and whatnot. So yeah, there's some also very interesting stuff, particularly about 3/4 of the way through the song. There's some very interesting instrumentation in there.
It's a fun word.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to say two words that sound very similar right in a row.
Interesting instrumentation. Yes.
Yeah, it can really trip you up.
Yep, tongue twisters.
So yeah, that's this music then.
That's the music.
That's the music. Fanfic, nothing updated, weird enough, but I do have a new one to share with you guys. This was a very last second one. I had something else planned, and then this finished. I was like, nope, We're going with this one.
We're going with this one.
Yeah, it's called Sleepless Nights by R5H, in which Rarity is having a hard time sleeping because of, well, her nightmares she keeps having. And then someone decides to go ahead and help her, despite the fact she has not been asking for help, namely Twilight. This is Equestria Girls fic, by the way.
Yes, this is Equestria Girls.
Yeah. And there's quite a bit going on beyond just the, obvious based off the tags. Let's just say Rarity and Sci-Twi here both have their own little mental health issues they need to work through.
Yep.
And yeah, there's a lot going on there. And so yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff going on that particular front. So this was pretty much the reason I like it so much. And on top of there's some, some fun little bits here and there, and some true scary, not scary, but oh wow, that's a thing kind of stuff going on.
Deep.
Not deep, I won't call it deep, but definitely more dramatic bits and more oh no tension and all that stuff.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's pretty interesting. I just found it very, very interesting overall.
It was really interesting. I did really like it. I like when they go into like detail when stories do stuff like when talking about mental health, the way they did it here. It gives it this depth to it, and also sometimes a relatability. Although sometimes if you can relate to it,
yeah,
okay. But yeah, that it was really well done. So like the alternate titles.
Oh yeah, there's also the one other thing is I like was how the writer did the describe the dream stuff, because it's very kind of, it does like a lot of dreams do, which is kind of jumps.
Yep,
stuff like just jumps around because your dreams are not coherent no matter how much you think they are.
Well, like they said in the story, it's about the destination, not the journey.
Yeah.
You just end up where you're supposed to, and you just, normal.
Yeah.
That's the way,
yeah. The chapter title's all, because it's knights, as in, the guy with the armor and sword type knight.
Shining armor.
Yeah.
Or Nights into Dreams.
Yeah.
If you remember that game.
And of course, the final chapter is called Last Night.
Last Night.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a very interesting rare Twi fic.
It definitely is.
Yeah, it did push away some other stuff. And there's another fic hopefully lined up for next week that I'll be featuring. It's just that one was also, I found out about very, very last second, and it's also quite long. Go check this one out. It's pretty good.
Definitely.
And that brings us to the end of this episode.
Yep.
Because that's all we got. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, you could listen to other episodes at pony411.libsyn.com. Again, that's spelled Libsyn. All the episodes will be there, past, future, present, all that stuff. And there will also be links at the top of the page for all the things I'm about to tell you, for all the destinations, because there's also iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. You can go to any of those and search for Pony411. And subscribe through those means. With Google Play, you have to go to play.google.com/music if you want to do so. And we're also on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. Like, comment, subscribe there if you want to do it that way. You could also find us on Ponyville Live. You can, see us there. We're usually on the top of the banner. Apparently, their Twitter has been like tweeting us a lot lately. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but sure, if that means more listeners, that means more listeners. Fair enough. I'm not going to complain too much. It's just
of that
unusually new thing to happen.
It's not our fault.
But anyways, we were there along with a bunch of other podcasts and radio stations, and one of those radio stations is Ponyville FM, where you can listen to us every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can tune in then, and of course, tune in at any other time during the day, during the week, or whatever, and listen to live DJs and music and all that sort of thing, and have fun. If you want to contact us, you can do so via email, pony411podcast@gmail.com. Questions, comments, criticisms. What did you think of the Equestria Girls finale? Do you agree with us and think that, yes, Equestria Girls deserves better for a finale? Not that this was bad, but
it was really good.
It was not a finale.
But it was not the finale that we should have got.
So there, and of course, maybe you need fandom stuff because, well, we're kind of at the point of, well, there's nothing really new to talk about, really, is there? Not a lot. There's comics, but that doesn't really hold an episode together.
No.
So if you have anything, maybe a topic you want to hear us talk about, drop us a line. Well, maybe we'll file it away and think about it or something and do it or not. I don't know. It depends.
Yeah.
Just depend. There's a lot of factors going on. Not just saying whether that's a good or bad topic. This might be just we can talk about it for like 10 minutes and then we're done. That's not really great.
Yeah, we can't have an entire podcast episode talking about something for only 10 minutes. It just wouldn't make a good episode.
We could have a really short episode.
We could have a really short episode. But if we have multiple things to talk about, we can put them all in one big thing.
Yeah. You also see us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Like us there and all that stuff, despite the fact Facebook is crap.
I hate Facebook.
Yeah, so there's that. If you want to see us, new episodes will be there as they show up and whatnot. Because, well, got to make them and put them out there. And then, of course, there's also Twitter. We're at pony411. Like, retweet, follow, all that stuff there. And see us say things randomly. Or not. I don't know.
Or not.
We say things sometimes. Sometimes things come out late because of reasons. Of course, there's our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alca7raz with a 770 and an underscore at the end if you want to follow us at all, which you probably should, because I don't know.
Follow us.
Follow me, I guess.
But follow us.
Follow me. I tweet out Transformers stuff a lot.
I'll sometimes retweet pony stuff.
Yeah, there you go. See ponies. Get to see some pictures of ponies. Probably Dash or Scootaloo. Or both.
Or both.
Sometimes Pie Dash. Maybe.
Yeah, if those pop up.
Who knows? But anyway, that's it for this episode. We will be coming back next week, and then we'll be resuming bi-weekly status. So just tune in next time. We'll be talking about something.
I have to figure that out.
He has to figure that out.
It's my turn to figure
it out.
Turn.
Oh, good. I don't have to worry about it too much, except unless, of course, we come record next week, and you're like, I don't know.
And
that'll be great. Now I have to figure it out at the last second. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. But until next time, please pony responsibly. See ya.
See ya.